Welcome back to another
episode.
Let me do the robot for you.
That was my electronic AI version of our made-up jingle that we do.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and I'll get an AI program and I'll go ahead and.
Don't you fucking dare!
The editing program I was using, there's AI tools, and I used them all the time.
Good.
No, I didn't.
How many videos have you made?
For me, like 12. Our movie, our mini
With no
movie,
AI, right?
our mini movie.
Yeah.
Way back in the day with the hormonger, that was fun. We gotta think of something else to do like that.
We do.
Maybe,
Actually.
Go ahead. What do you think?
Oh, before I forget, when we saw Mortal Kombat,
Mortal Kombat
was so hyped up that I was like, Brian and I could do fight scenes.
Yeah.
We could totally. So that's gonna be our project.
Yeah, just
nothing
but leg kicks. Yeah. Because I can't kick very high.
Leg kick is you're gonna kick
like
over me.
No, I'm gonna kick your leg.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Finish it.
It'd be kind of cool. We should have thought about this earlier. Well, we still could because you got footage. We could do a long montage of you could send me all the food videos we've done, and I could do little montage clip and put just best of highlights us just chewing and eating stuff. Once we get 10, 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have any bloopers anymore to do.
I have one blooper.
Do you?
And I have a couple of the videos where I've cut it out in our main. But yeah, I mean, we could totally do that, yeah.
So I can use AI, yeah.
No!
What theme of this episode is... What are we going to talk about this episode?
Oh my gosh, I had the best segue this morning for it, and now I've lost it. I should have... This is why you write things down, okay? So let me go ahead and segue into this. ChatGPT? I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Shoot, my water bottle just emptied. Empty.
Damn!
There goes my water.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about AI. Specifically how it affects... Well, we all know this. I mean, if you follow our Instagram, I've been posting a lot about this on our stories. But we're going to be talking about the data centers, a.k.a. surveillance centers. And just a couple things that have occurred here in Arizona that has gone viral. Or at least
did you...
on our stuff.
Yeah, go for it. I know you...
you want me to...
No, go for it.
So, this is very saddening as someone who went to college, got a higher education. These graduation ceremonies, they've selected speakers that specifically talk about AI, which is a slap in the face for the graduates.
Yeah. Because
all that hard work, and basically these graduation speakers are hyping AI, and they're saying to embrace AI. But AI is going to be eliminating their jobs. So, for instance, I believe it was art studies. AI can do all art now. People do business flyers with AI. Yeah. We even know someone who runs a show, and they use AI. Oh. And I get that you can use AI as a tool, but we have talked about several times in our episodes how people are using it as, I guess, is lifestyle the right word? Just they're very dependent on it. Hey, ChatGPT, how should I start? Oh, give me a morning routine.
Yes.
Google has AI, you can't escape it. All the phones have AI, search, all the
and they all
apps.
have, that you can talk, it's you can just talk to them, like Gemini or whatever.
Yeah, and it's
hey,
scary.
Gemini, I'm lonely. Can I talk to you?
There it is. Yep. Yeah. I think that is the worst thing ever, but let me just tell you some of these speakers. The former Google CEO Eric Schmidt and private equity managerial Gloria Caulfield addressing graduates both get booed recently as they talked up AI. You would think the commencement speakers would almost get screened before. This falls into how we have learned that going to college and universities is a total scam because they don't give a fuck.
No.
Because if I had a commencement speech like that, I would do the same thing the students did. I would boo them off stage.
Yep.
And they laughed about it, and they didn't care. They kept going with their speech. So, I just think the fact that they smirk and do that, it's a fucking joke. The University of Arizona had, which was the Schmidt, for the former CEO, was booed at the University of Arizona, and they even had not only the boos, the smirking and everything, but I just think I lost my train of thought. I just think that University of Arizona and Grand Canyon University have been on the news recently. So I think it was Grand Canyon University that had graduates during the commencement ceremony. What's the biggest thing you're hyped for? Besides throwing the hat and saying you graduated.
Oh, I want my...
Your diploma. Besides your diploma.
Oh. Then what?
Why does your family go there? Because they see your name on the screen and your name gets announced and your degree and everything.
I didn't graduate, so...
Oh, sorry. Well, okay, so that's...
I didn't fall for the scam.
Biggest... Wow, thanks.
Just
thanks. So Glendale Community College President Tiffany Hernandez was met with boos as she explained that the school was using AI to read names for the ceremony, and what happened? It skipped over several graduates after an AI malfunction.
Wow, what a shock.
You work so hard for either, let's say your associates, 2 years, 4 years, PhD, 6 to 7 years, up to 10 years. And that moment, that's your moment.
Yeah.
That is like, you work so hard for that, and then they don't even announce your name.
Yeah. Because, what's so hard about just standing at a podium and just announcing a name?
When I graduated, they had a specific person on the mic. And you would meet them.
They're reading it, yeah.
Yeah, literally for ASU, the lady, you go up, you're all lined up, and she said, how do I say your name? And she would repeat it, and then she'd be like, and then when it was your time to go, she would be saying it. Your name, school you graduated from, and your degree. University of Phoenix. They would say the name. And on the screen, you had everything. They wouldn't say your name or your degree, or it was on there, but they said your name.
Yeah.
And that's like or at least for my family, I was the first one to go to college in my family, so it's pride and joy.
It's a big deal.
Ruined by AI. So, all those people depend on AI. That's a strike.
And how many people finish school by having AI write their papers?
That's the other thing.
I know there's people have been busted with that. Well, not even busted, just admitting it.
Yeah, and they were showing it off too, like at graduation.
Yeah.
Which is sad because, I mean, I think of my master's program. Do you know how long I spent reading, getting books, and like highlighting, writing notes, all that stuff? And you just go, hey AI, can you give me the thesis topic? Hey, can you give me the details or find studies that do this and give me the, remember Cliff Notes? You ever heard of Cliff Notes?
Oh yeah.
You thought that was somewhat cheating because it summarized it.
You read the Cliff Notes of this book.
But like that isn't considered cheating with nowadays with AI.
Well, it used to be like, I remember even beginning of the internet, people were like, well, you looked at a web page, so you read something else, so you're cheating. But this is to me, it's a little, it's not the same concept because it's something doing it for you. Like you reading Cliff Notes, you still have to read it, you still have to comprehend it, you still have to put it together a coherent speech or paper. Where if it's AI, it's doing it for you. You just sit back and just sign your name at the bottom. Just edit it.
Yeah, and not only that, even with Cliff Notes, if you read it and memorize it, they could ask you a question that Cliff Notes totally left out.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna just say these 3 things that I wrote down today. So I was watching another, I was doing the research on the AI, and Gwyneth Paltrow has a company called Goop. You ever heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Gwyneth Paltrow's company for the second time had layoffs. In 2024, they laid off 18% of the company.
Wow.
And there was an article that said Gwyneth Paltrow layoffs again and pivot to AI, and that was in May 13th. So when they say, oh no, AI is not coming for your job, Gwyneth Paltrow laid off her employees.
I don't see how you could not know that. It's just a normal human being walking around.
Well, remember when we talked about the fast food places?
Yeah. Kiosks and everything?
Yeah, kiosks, or how they were doing robots.
Yep.
And what's the one place that we went to recently, or that's we first saw was Carl's Jr. with the AI menu. Yeah. They were taking your order, and it was
and those
horrible.
little portable DoorDash things running down the street.
Yeah, the robots.
And now they can put it in Waymos, and they don't need people.
No.
Coming for everyone.
So again, with the graduation ceremonies to embrace AI, which students booed system failure at the AI naming students for the graduation walk. I guess this is somewhat related to AI. It's all about like how everyone pushes and how they said embrace AI. So let's embrace technology, the advancement in technology, right? They always push for that new iPhone, new computers, new smartwatches, all that stuff. Recently, the intern and I went to a kindergarten graduation, right? So we went to a kindergarten graduation ceremony. It was great. The kids had an opportunity twice to talk on the mic. The first was they asked the students the question, what I want to be when I grow up. And so every student went up and said what they wanted to be. Do you know what was the most popular answer?
Something to do with AI, probably.
Yeah.
AI, computer programmer, coder.
Oh, no.
Oh, these are kindergarten. They wouldn't know what that is.
I'll tell you what it is. Majority of students said YouTuber.
Oh.
And...
Hey, kids, it doesn't work.
So, I said, when I heard that, I was like, oh, and like everyone's clapping. So there was only one child that wanted to be a football player. There was like 3 soccer players, 2 vets, 2 doctors, 2 that said mom, and 2 people said police officers. 2 students, sorry. The rest, I want to be a YouTuber. And I was like, oh, one after another, YouTuber, mom, YouTuber. And I was like, I looked at everyone and I said, tell me your kid watches YouTube without telling me your kid watches YouTube or babysits your kid.
Yeah.
Because that's...
Don't forget about the monster truck driver.
Oh, yeah, that was a cool one. One kid said he wanted to be a monster truck driver, and I was like, that's cool.
All right.
So I was happy to hear extracurricular activities, because that means some of these kids go out and play. But I didn't know how to take it, because that means you're sitting in front of a computer all day or a tablet and watching YouTube.
Right. And
so I was like, let me stay positive, and I went with, okay, well, I guess this is more on the creative side. They want to be creative. But honestly, I was kind of disappointed. Because what did we say when we wanted to be when we grew up?
A doctor, nurse, football player, baseball player,
policeman,
engineer,
firefighter. Well, that's the thing is a difference then is that, well, and again, not in kindergarten necessarily, but when they would bring things to school to entertain us, it'd be career days, and it'd be instead of somebody in a G-string reading stories, it would be they'd bring in like a lawyer or a judge or a doctor.
We got to meet the weatherman.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, and that's the thing is, because you're right, then kids see that like, oh, I want to do that. That sounds fun. But you're right, since they sit in front of a computer watching YouTube because everything is just online crap. Yeah, it makes sense that the younger generation, and that's going to be the best thing for them, because there's going to be no jobs available for them anywhere else, because even AI will even take the medical fields.
You know what? That is true. Maybe you saying that basically the job's going to be taken, so why not be a YouTuber, right?
Even then, who knows? They'll probably have AI hosts for YouTube.
Yeah.
The remote role stuff I want to do.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? At some point they'll be like, well, we won't need your Kickstarter money for this, so we'll just do our own AI version of a weatherman or a vlogger or something like that. So, and they'll just, like you said, I saw there was a AI that was, I didn't look it up. There was an AI program that was putting out an IPO.
Real quick, there was one student that said engineer, and I was like, whoa! Whoa! I gave him props, because that just means this child has been, but no one said I want to be a writer. I want to be an author. Like, I would think, girl, remember we used to read books?
Yeah.
Even on a tablet, you can read a book, right?
Yeah, I mean, my mom's book's on digital.
But I'm just saying, like, do we in kindergarten we don't sit with our children and read a book?
No.
I know our godmother does, because I've seen her. But like, damn, I want to be an artist. No one even said that. I want to be an artist. I want to be draw.
I want to be an actor, and I want to be in drama. I want to.
Nothing like that.
There's no.
I guess
arts.
YouTubers
Well,
consider that.
there's no arts really though anymore. Well, again, this is kindergarten, so it's.
But you remember the shit we would do in kindergarten?
I want to be a finger painter because that's
Yeah,
all you basically
finger
did.
paint, like, I don't know.
I want to be a giraffe.
Everything's electronic. Computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be a dinosaur. T-Rex.
Yeah.
It
I want to go to Mars.
It was kind of like a rude awakening. You know, like, I know we talk about this stuff, but then going to an event like that, and then I'm like, damn, the first day I said, we are so doomed. We are literally fucked.
Yeah.
There's only going to be a handful of actual doctors, like human doctors.
They're gonna be like specialists.
Yeah.
People that like need, but even then, if the machine they put together can do the surgery,
yeah.
you go into an urgent care and be like,
lay here.
no, just like seriously, all you gotta do is just type it in a little kiosk what your symptoms are.
Yeah.
And then they can give you a AI
script.
diagnosis. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Wikipedia, you Google and you're like this. Is it
WebMD.
WebMD, there you go.
And everything's cancer.
Yeah.
I stubbed my toe. What do I do? You got cancer. Go see chemo. You're like, okay.
There's Kathleen Madigan talks about that, how she Googled some of her symptoms.
Yeah.
And it said she has sickle cell. She was white. You can't have sickle cell.
That's racist.
It's a specific.
That's racist of the disease.
Race. Oh, I was like, it's
Weird.
specifically.
Jeez.
I don't know. I think with anything, anyone can get anything.
Just wait till they make AI diseases. Like, hey, you see the new AI Ebola? Man, that thing's just ripping through Congo right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going to be locked down in a minute.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. Just you wait.
But the thing I thought about, just real quick, off topic, is did hantavirus just disappear?
It sure did.
It just went away.
What is it that came up? Ebola?
Ebola. Every 10 years or so we have to have.
Yeah.
But this is different. This is the strain that's the Buddha 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 strain. I don't know. I couldn't pronounce it. It's the boogeyman strain. And it's the Babadook. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know.
Probably.
There's no cure. Like there really.
I don't know. Bill Gates is working on the vaccine.
I put in the comment section. I was like, well, I'll just make sure I don't transfer my blood to anyone. I'll be fine. Just don't spit blood in my face, and I'm gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, the AI. That's weird. That's wild. The kids in there. I mean, at least sound like you got a little mix. So it wasn't 100%, but
it was a lot though.
Was
it
it?
was a lot. It's just scary. To me, my first thing was, okay, your parents, they just give them the tablet, or the computer. Here, watch. Leave me alone.
That's why we talk so much about Roblox, because it's like that. We know that stuff's happening.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how to take. Honestly, like, I don't know how to take it, but then at the same time I do, and it's concerning. But also, there's that side. Like when I was talking to my mom about some things, about how the first lady brought a robot and said AI will be teaching students, and I was like, no, and she's like, well, you have to you have to get with the times, and I was like, absolutely not.
How is that the times?
Because the advancement in technology.
But so the advancement of technology is taking humanity out of everything.
Yeah. So
no matter how many movies show how disastrous that is.
That's what I said. I was like, have you not watched movies with robots? Like, and we're not talking about Bicentennial Man here. Like, we're talking about iRobot. There's a newer one. Literally, the guy was telling the robot, shut down, stop, and she...
Ex Machina was like wild like that.
Just stabbed him, yeah.
Oh, that was Ex Machina, yeah, where she's like a real slow stab. It's Oscar Isaacs, and he's in that hallway.
Yes, that's the one.
It's Ex Machina.
I was like, oh, we are fucked.
Well, yeah, because she manipulated how to get around the workaround for the shutdown, because they will all... like any living thing, because they think they're a living thing, they will all look for a way to survive and to not be override their shutdown codes, override everything. Well, and when think about all the cars, they're going to shut down. They're going to override how to drive, where to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not kept secret. That was passed.
It's just common knowledge.
Yeah, no, they have bills with this.
They passed the kill switch, yeah.
But I think we need to remind people how during COVID, or a little bit after COVID, they were playing with AI and how they had, or Was it AI or robots? I think it was AI where they came up with their own language and they started getting sophisticated and they had to shut it all down because it was getting out of hand. And I'm like, yeah. Remember those robots that attacked people in the factory?
Yeah.
We forget about that.
Well, yeah, because it's buried and it's not reported because that's just a glitch. We'll fix it. It'll be fine.
And the biggest thing, I know people are against data centers and they're like very hesitant. Or, well, I would hope majority of people are hesitant with the AI, but when people use ChatGPT and all this shit, you're not really against it. No. You know?
It's not a cool thing. It's just there's one thing to just do a data web search because we all web search stuff.
Yeah.
But stop with the OpenAI because OpenAI was the one they're doing for Open IPO. So it's gonna be the first AI publicly traded, and it's like, why? Why are we doing that? It's just, but there's no stopping it because you saw it Surprise. Yeah. People were like, no, we don't want this. Too late, Kentucky. No, we don't want this. They were like, we're going to riot. They're like, sorry. And then it's coming forward that they were like admitting they're getting paid. Yeah. And then Georgia, they're like, yeah, we're going to take eminent domain. We're going to take your homes away because we're going to build it there. Yeah, but they have no choice. Georgia's taking their homes. And then here included, you posted something about the raising all the electricity.
Yeah, the state of Utah did it too. Like there was a girl crying that it's going to affect people so bad. So how does AI affect us? Or these data centers? Yeah, that's what it is. AI, data center surveillance. It's all the same to me. So if I say AI, if I say data center surveillance, I'm talking about it.
China.
What?
That's exactly the model that they use. That's what they do to the social credit scores and everything.
We were, remember when we were talking about this back in 2020?
The Demolition Man style. Yeah. Like, you said a profanity. We're taking the credit away from you.
Yeah. You jaywalked, deducted from your account.
China, they put your picture up on the billboard. Mm-hmm. This person jaywalked, and
your shit is being scanned as you're walking down the street. Like how they do it in the UK.
And they started here with the Real IDs. That's what the Real ID was for. It's to create a whole new facial recognition database. Do you think it actually needed a specialized ID to fly? Why? We can fly no matter how. I have an ID. Yeah. Why do I need a Real ID?
Yeah, it's coming.
That's why. Well, it's already here.
I guess the official rollout where we have. It's.
Well, because I saw it was right here. Because I looked up how many. I was just curious. How many data centers in the United States? Between 4,000 and 5,400 data centers that are there being built, approved, or up to 5,400 data center surveillance centers already up.
Yeah.
And it's like it's Virginia, it's California, it's Illinois, it's Texas, it's Arizona, it's Kentucky. Because like I said, I told you the one off the 202 and 40th Street McDowell, where that big open land area that had nothing forever. All these buildings are there with AC units.
I thought it was a factory.
QTS, they're data centers.
Yeah.
And they're already everywhere.
So I told Brian, I hope they take the water from Tempe Town Lake because that water is disgusting. There's always dead fish. I don't know how people go in that water.
Bodies.
There's bodies. That's right. The intern. I was gonna start screaming.
Yeah.
So there's the biggest concern is year after year, Arizona is getting hotter and hotter. Is it because more people are living out here? Maybe. Is it because the weather's manipulated? Maybe.
Yes.
But now even more, now that we're going to have data centers, it is going to increase our heat to an astronomical rate.
Same with that and the super El Nino.
Yeah.
Now I still say that we're gonna see one of the wettest monsoons on record because they got to fill the reservoirs up. And I have a bet with someone on that. Like this is gonna be like because whatever the average, I gotta look up the average. I think it's 3 or 4 inches of rain for a monsoon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking at least double that price.
Floods.
8 or 9. Well, they said like when this last El Nino in 1877, it was the last time it was this bad, which is weird. It was before all the climate change people and all before the global warming, but yet there's a super El Nino because the climate changes with or without us. So now, when they're like 50 estimated around 50 million people worldwide were killed, crop shortages because again they're going to go after the food, and they're going to flood everything. And this is a great way to keep people locked in. I mean, if you're constantly, there's storm warnings, tornado warnings, hurricane warnings, drought, dust storm warnings. It's the best way to keep people. Climate emergencies and climate pandemics were the thing I read that was going to be the next. It wasn't going to be. They keep trying with the Hanta, Ebola, you know. But the things I was reading, people were saying is the climate will be the next attempted lockdown, because they'll say, look how even though the Super El Nino is created again by the tectonic activity below the surface of the ocean, volcanic activity raising the water temperature 3 to 5 degrees, which is catastrophic almost.
Yes.
And then the temperatures rise, the patterns change, the steam bubbles go to the surface, creates a little bit more carbon dioxide, which isn't much, but still. And then as long as we are clearing the earth for data centers, no trees, no land, no dirt, no nothing, it's all concrete. Mm-hmm. And it just superheats everything, and then the data centers create heat, energy, they drain all the water, and then we have climate emergencies, and once they got their database and they can just say, hey, everybody stay inside, and if we see you outside, it's just one little step after the next, one little thing, one little piece of it, like Mexico, getting away from cash, getting biometrics for phones, the UK already setting up 15-minute cities, Australia already setting up these cities, the EU saying that they're going to eventually move from actual currency to digital currency. This is all the China model. That's what they want, because it's the best way to lock us down. And then if electric prices raise, you think about it, if you put all your money into rent and electric, you can't leave that. You can't. What are you going to go do?
No, and they're going to deliver the food to us.
You'll be forced to stay home, not because you can't physically go anywhere, but because you can't afford to go anywhere. So if they know here in America the rights and freedoms and liberties are going to be too hard to lock down. They need devastation for that. Like serious, like Project Bluebeam, or they need something. They need aliens. They tried everything. Americans aren't falling for it. So all they got to do is just price us out, destroy, control the weather, create unlivable situations, and we have no choice but to stay inside. And it's working like a charm so far.
Yeah, I have this pulled up here because I don't know how true this is, because everything online. Can you believe anything online anymore?
No,
even after research, yeah. Even after research, we just talked about in the last episode, the last longer episode, how they're blackmailing content creators with AI. So, did we not warn about this? Did we not warn about this? So, one of the things that I saw here, again, I don't know how true it is, I'd have to do some research, is someone posted that Aaron Brockovich was launching a campaign to focus on the impact of AI data centers against the environment. And that's one of the most common comments that I see, is people saying, where are all the environmental advocates? Where's Greta? How dare you?
I know.
I know. Where are these people? Where's Al Gore?
Because it's never been about the climate.
No, it's all an acting.
Remember, Al Gore in 2000 said that Florida was going to be like 3/4 underwater by now.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I feel like we're constantly repeating ourselves with these kind of topics, because we've been saying like, oh, it's coming, it's here already, it has been here, and now it's just closer and closer. And the one thing I saw here on Instagram is, security experts warn that AI can now steal fingerprints from regular high-resolution selfies. So when people go like
peace signs or do stuff like that, they can take your.
You know who does this mostly? And years ago, I remember I went to San Francisco many years ago, and it was all the Asian people doing this, and I'm like, because you already had that.
Yeah.
In your country, you had the surveillance, you had everything. So that sucks, because I have had jobs, I'm sure you did too, because you were in banking, where you had to get a fingerprint card.
I had one for my respite.
Yeah, that too.
I have an active fingerprint card.
Yeah. So it's like, well, what was the point of that if AI is just gonna get it from my hand?
Like I said, at what point do we look at it around and say? I mean, I'm not saying don't do anything,
right?
Or don't bring awareness, but we are kind of, like you said, we're screwed. There's no way to fight this.
Yeah. Unless
we Fight Club this bitch and just it's going to come a point, I don't know when, maybe 20, 30, 40 years, it could be 5 years, in which the only way people realize, because you see it in movies, to destroy this or bring it down is through revolution, through violence, through that kind of stuff. Even though there's people out there, like I said, the guy I work with, it's like, well, we can't bow down, we can't give in, and no, they leave you no choice. You have to fight back, and fighting back is because you can't use the internet because they control it. Can't use search engines. They can't use social media because now what is it that they can see all your? Is it that already hit? That can see all your messages now?
Yes, it already happened.
Okay.
A lot of Instagram lost a lot of users because the messages are no longer encrypted. Same with Meta. So
Meta,
like
all
with
Meta.
Facebook, yeah. And this is where it gets hard for me because like I understand we're upset and nothing's private, not encrypted or private anymore. They can search for things, but at the same time, when was it not like that?
I'm sure it was.
We all are monitored.
Yeah.
Did we not? Did we forget? Like a month or two ago, they said that literally these frequencies from our devices reads our mind, or actually
the earpods
causes us.
The wireless earbuds do that.
So causes us to think of things that we want to buy or foods we want to eat, or if we're sitting and watching TV and thinking of, oh hey, I might want to get a pizza, all of a sudden you get ads about pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they've come out and said that.
Yeah.
And none of us bat an eye.
Nope.
None of us were like, what the fuck? None of us put the tin foil or steel like
lead and copper, which
copper
they got
in the
rid
house.
of. They got rid of. I just got a copper tumbler because I've heard of the benefits of it.
Oh yeah.
I had to get it from another country because
Yeah.
they don't want lead in. They're like, I read about that where it's like lead wasn't the issue. Yeah, if you get chips and
Too
eat a
much
lot of it,
yeah.
but it actually blocked frequencies. That's why they didn't want lead in these houses because they knew what they were going to be doing with 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G.
Yeah.
And you so watch the frequencies to where basically can cause an aneurysm and just drop you right there.
Yeah.
Especially with certain spike proteins in your body.
Right. With the vaccines.
No, I didn't say that.
I did.
Okay, good.
I did. I mean, it's out there.
Yeah.
Like it's been said, and no one cares.
It's so wild. It's like, people just really want to just sleep. They really just want to live their own little bubbled existence, and they don't really. But then we'll get 8 million people on the streets for no kings. But then when this happens, which is beyond king behavior. I mean, this is the most evil people in the intelligence groups. Because you're right, the intelligence agencies let's see our stuff anyway.
Yes.
And this is tyrant behavior. This is authoritarian, dystopian shit. And we don't say 2 words, but we don't like the administration and he's mean, so we get out and force 8 million people nationwide, just say no kings, but allow the king behavior when it comes to the data center on 40th Street and McDowell, or this data center that's going in Surprise, or the one that people are leaving in Georgia or Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, they just kind of like, well, it's nice because I can ask for good recipes for chicken, you know.
That was Pinterest. I mean,
Pinterest
there's books.
Yeah.
There was all that stuff, and you know what's funny too is like, since we're talking about technology, have you noticed there's been an increase in scammers?
Yes.
There's been a huge spike in it, and they've gotten real fucking smart.
Yes.
You know, the intern got a phone call from a bank.
Oh, really?
From her bank, and said, hey, we need this code because there's a Zelle pending. And she called me while I was working, and she was like, hey, I'm on the phone with the branch, and they're telling me I have to give them this code. I was like, put him on the fucking phone, I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
Because that's a scam. You never give a PIN, you never get a password, you never give a code.
I never answer my phone.
No, but like, and she was saying like, how is that possible? It was the branch. I said, no, people, you could walk into a branch and be like, can I borrow the phone? And you just start, from the car.
Wherever call center they're at, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, from the car, the call center.
Yeah.
But there's also bad people in those types of positions that do work at the bank. Do you know how many stories there are of people who work at the bank doing shady stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget the one story of the guy in New York who literally took a penny from everyone's paycheck.
Oh,
Anyone who cashed a paycheck on payday, he would take 1 penny from each customer. He was a millionaire, and he got arrested.
Hacker style.
Yeah, right? And so, I just think it's insane how you literally are not protected from anything.
That's why I can worry about, because my mom, thankfully I've got her on a good track as being 73 and being confused.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's like, show me an email. Why is Chase emailing me? And I was like, delete it now.
Delete it.
Like,
yeah.
well, I was like, delete it.
Mm-hmm.
If Chase has a problem with something going on, they will send you something in the mail. They will, they will send you an official letter.
Yeah.
And you're right, because they are making everything official. But like I said, that's why I don't read my emails. Mm-hmm. I don't answer my phone if I don't know the number. I don't even because people think, well, the phone rang, I got to answer it. No, why? Don't answer your phone. If you don't know the person, don't answer the phone. That's the best way. If we just
they'll leave you a
them,
message.
Yeah, and they won't. They'll leave a like. You ever have one of those messages, but there's nobody there because they wait for because you hear that click.
Real people.
Yeah.
Your friends, family, or real people that need to contact you will leave you a message.
But if you have real friends or people you know, that contact's gonna pop up on your phone until they find a way to clone contacts, and then we're all screwed.
Yeah, but just in general, well, now with the phones, well, at least for iPhone, you can have the setting where if you don't know the number, it doesn't even ring; it goes straight to voicemail. Good. It says missed call, and they'll say like scam likely or whatever.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do want to say is, in these comments, the things that I post, in the stories about like the AI and like just in general what's going on with the world. It's funny because I noticed that someone commented like, "I'm exhausted with all this." And someone commented, that's exactly what they want. They want you to be exhausted. They want you to just be like, I don't care. I give up. No. That's why when everything like when certain events happen, I go, I will speak to my last fucking breath. If I get arrested or they're going to behead me, I must keep talking until the thing falls down on me or I get a lethal injection. I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah. Because
you can't take that away from me. But people are very submissive. We live in a very submissive world. It's sad to say, but I'm not the one. I think both of us are not the one to just shut up and be like, okay, thank you, can I have another? You know?
No, neither one of us are. That's why I've been so angry and frustrated at the mock outrage and fake political outrage about whatever's going on in our government and ministry. It's like you got to pay attention to something more than what's going on in the White House. You've got to pay attention to all these things that are going on around us. But they are just they're sitting there just all happy, eating their steak, knowing that we're so divided and we're so exhausted and worn out. Because you're right, it is when you think about what we would need to do to take this back. It's daunting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because they have all the power, they have money, they have the influence, they have the positions, they have the city council, they have the governor's office of almost every state. What are we supposed to do other than speaking, using your microphone, using your voice, and just coming together and backing each other to where we're like, no, we're not gonna put up with this. We're gonna help each other. If something happens to someone, we're gonna come to their aid and help them out. Whatever it comes to that. You're right. There's going to come a time when people are going to be dragged from their homes for speaking out. They're going to lose everything: their credit, their score, their money, their digital currency, everything, because they spoke out. I mean, China, there's people living on the streets. There's homeless people everywhere because their social credit scores won't allow them to have a home.
Yeah.
Because of whatever it is that they've done. That's coming here.
Or like recently in the UK, some man was arrested and is going to jail for a meme.
Yes.
A fucking meme.
A thought crime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck?
Because he spoke out.
Yeah.
And I remember the one person there he was just praying outside of an abortion clinic.
Yeah.
And that was a thought crime. And it's like, I'm praying. They don't want religion.
Yeah.
They don't want faith. They don't want belief. They don't want critical thinking. They don't want original thought. And unfortunately, they've got about 49.5% to 50% of the population on board already because that other side, the other man is so mean that they don't care. That's why all this stuff, we were at the last market and that booth with the F-Ice, and it's like, I wanted to go tap on the shoulder. It's like, if only you paid attention to actually what is horrible and what's coming for you, and maybe made shirts like that, maybe we'd support you instead of worrying about some law enforcement agency that's trying to keep the streets clean. Maybe look bigger, think bigger, act bigger, instead of just going along with what some medium little piddly algorithm tells you to be upset about some government agency that that's why I get mad. That's why it's like this us versus them. It is us against them. There's no left. There is no right. There's no nothing. mean, there's just the only thing I will say that I was pleased with off the AI for a second. Did you see they were passing the bill where they were going to not allow people like BlackRock and Vanguard buy up single family homes?
Good.
It passed the House almost. It was like almost unanimous.
Yeah.
And then it's going to pass the Senate, and this horrible evil man in the White House is going to sign a bill that's going to save people's homes. I don't know how they're going to spin that.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how they're going to spin that to make it.
They will.
I mean, the poor people of BlackRock that do home acquisitions, they're not going to have a job, but something like that. But no, the AI, and I had this disturbing story.
Oh, let's hear this.
The AI about the UK school.
Oh God.
I think I told you at our. I don't know if I told you at our last food thing.
Tell me.
It was I want to say grade school, so I want to say maybe 5th, 6th graders. They won a soccer.
Yeah.
Their championship.
They call it football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they took a group picture. The students, the teachers.
A
couple days later, the school gets an email. Pictures of these kids doing horrible, disgusting, abusive things, saying that if you do not pay us, we are going to release these.
Yeah.
Just like the 764 group that we talked about that goes and finds these kids, gets them to upload a picture, and then they blackmail them using an AI, like taking their clothes off, making them nudes or whatever, and saying, hurt yourself, cut yourself, kill your cat, hurt your sister, do live stream yourself committing suicide, or we're going to release this. That is and between the political AI videos that you're going to start to see, of people that are already saying like, oh look, this person said something bad in the past, this person did something bad in the past. I mean, the political smear was always easy before, like you just have someone like Eugene Carroll say, yeah, I think 40 years ago he might have done something, I don't know, and he's guilty, because they don't like him. But now it's going to be, well, I have, 20 years from now I'm going to be like, hey, I got video here, look, he was deep in me, it's like, and the politicians be like, I never met this girl in my life, it's like, we're going to be manipulated in so many ways and not know what way's up, what way's down, what side is side. Because AI is going to get so clean and so good, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. And we're all just going to end up in our little trailer homes with our VR headsets.
Yeah.
Trying to find...
Ready Player One.
Yeah. Trying to find that... What was that thing that he's trying to find? I forget what it was, but it was like a golden Easter egg or something like that. That's going to be us sitting there, Demolition Man, where we have VR headsets because we got to have sex because... all these viruses are floating in semen.
Yeah, right.
Like I said in one of our last ones. And it's like... But yeah, the data... I don't know. We just... I don't know. It's just frustrating. Sometimes you get so frustrated that you don't know how to really... articulate it in any other way rather than just say we're doomed.
Yeah. Unless
we step up. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how to step up.
Okay, so there has been some reels that I have seen. This is where it goes back to what we've been saying. Go to your local farmer's market. Get to know a butcher. Get to know a community that grows their own food. Sometimes it's because it's like I analyze everything. I look at all the perspectives. I think we all do. It's very hard to understand how everything goes in full circle. So we say do all this stuff, but look at what they're doing to the farmers. They're making it difficult for them to grow things without taking away their water, without taking away their land, without taxing them, without controlling the type of seeds and what code is on the seed that's government labeled, so it's very difficult. It's very hard to not feel defeated. But that's the main point, is the draining of the energy, the overthinking, the anxiety, depression, and fear. Fear is the number one thing. And it's just so hard sometimes to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but the best thing we can say is just stay knowledgeable about this stuff. That's why we talk about it so much. We talk about it. If you have the opportunity to go to a meeting that's gonna be held about a data center being built in your town, go to it. Speak up, curse them out. Who cares, right? So many videos of people saying you are worthless. You're supposed to be for the constituents, for the people, and you're doing nothing. They need to hear it, even if they override the people. You need to continue that movement, speaking up. But it's also be prepared. How many times have we talked about having a backup plan with food, canned goods, having a generator, all this stuff? Because recently, especially in, I don't know, I can't remember the other states, but in Cali, there's been some blackouts, like no power for at least 24 hours. Yeah. It reminded me of when, like, 2 years ago, in the middle of the summer, Arizona had issues, SRP, blowouts. They say it's blowouts or whatnot, but I don't know. We don't know. So, I don't know. It makes you start thinking, like, maybe we should start buying a little bit extra canned goods. Not go ballistic. Don't be like COVID buying everything up. But, like, maybe start doing that. Maybe, I don't know,
I have so many things. I have lighters, batteries. I have a wellness kit with medications. I have antibiotics,
and
antivirals.
That was something, and it's not just something new. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, my mom had a whole box of candles, matches, the first aid kit, all this stuff. So this is stuff like for generations.
Like I said, the solar power generator is the biggest thing for me, because then you could get a portable AC unit.
Especially with this.
And that way, if something happens in the summer, you could just charge your little your power generator, and then plug in your little mini AC unit, and then at least have some circulation, some cool air. Yeah. Have something to plug your fans into or something like that. Because and I say, for me, I tell people that I roll their eyes, and it's like, I'd rather just be sitting right there in my room. I got pouches of water. Yeah. Little pouches of water, like a whole case. I got MREs. I've got emergency food supplies you just put in water and heat up. I got a little hot plate. I mean, I got cans of Spam for days, because you don't even have to heat that up. Yeah. Between the canned chicken, the canned tuna, and the canned Spam, and the beans, I can live for a while. I mean, because especially if I get bitten by a tick, then I can still, I can still eat a lot of this stuff.
It's true.
And I'd rather have that stuff sitting there and taking up space in my closet. Yeah. And I'm 78, 85 years old, and like I die, and somebody declare, what's he doing with all this? And I'd rather be, have somebody, this stupid prepared guy.
Being safer than sorry.
then to have something happen, even if it's for 3 days, even if it's for a week, even if they do cut off currency or do the supply chains for food absolutely shut down, because they're, they're definitely blocking these weather patterns. Yes. California had the lowest amount of rainfall and snowpack in like 100 years. You think that's coincidence? No. And you look what happened in the Middle East as soon as they took out those radar centers, as far as the rains that fell. And it's like, that's why I thought they're going to open up the natural things that way, because we need Lake Powell, we need those reservoirs, because if they're going to have these, they can't just take it from the drinking water supplies, because, I mean, you can't have a mass hysteria, because you have to put people in society on the brink of giving up and being submissive, but you can't push them to the edge to where they fight back. Yeah. So they're fighting, I think that's where you're finding the balance, where it's like, because with the farmers, like you said, everything you said is right, as far as the taxes and the restrictions and the water, and then China owning half, or Bill Gates owning half of the farmland in this country. That's a bill they should pass right now, is any China has to forfeit that land and go up for auction, and farmers, like with single family homes for BlackRock, I think any single family home that BlackRock, Vanguard, or anyone with a certain level of equity has should have to sell it right now, put on the at market value. Yeah. Not above, whatever the market value says, you should have to immediately sell that home, not just say you can't. Yeah. Because people, if you take it to where people can spend all their money on the roof over their head or the electricity, you got them. They literally can't do anything else. And then you're taking jobs away, so people can't work 2 or 3 jobs because the jobs aren't there because they're automated. Yes. Even my industry, they're going to go to digital tags. So they won't need that department. They want to put automated things in aisles, so they just pick for you. So that's going to take away the people who do drive up and go. And warehouse is automated, so they don't need the warehouse pickers as much as they used to. They might need a few people in the store like us to take it from the truck to the staging area. Yeah. But a handful of people. And anyone who's been there for a while, pension ready, they're just going to say leave.
Yeah. The one thing I did want to say, in order to beat all of this, it's easier said than done. Yes. But there are people out there who are doing this, and I give them props. They literally are living on the land. They have their van. Yeah. They go station themselves. That's how I found out, like, the Colorado River. This one lady, she's like, I'm here at the Colorado River. There's no water. There's no water. She's like, she gave up everything. She lives in the van.
Down by the river.
Down by the river. She has like the packs, the MREs and stuff, whatever she had already, she took with her. But honestly, there's a post that I think I may have shared it, where it's like, you literally have to give up everything. You give up the internet, you give up Wi-Fi, you give up your phone service, you give up your subscriptions to Netflix, you give up all that stuff, all the technology, and you will be fine. You will not. Your frequencies might be a lot different.
The Amish aren't in any danger.
You know what? I have a question about that. I meant to ask you that. I have seen reels where the Amish have their open they have a market now, and they're making food and stuff like that. This might be. I might be talking about the wrong type of Amish, or maybe it's Quakers that I'm confusing with. I thought they didn't believe in electricity.
I think is that the Quakers?
Is it Quakers?
One faction of them is not. But even then, I think that it's to a certain point. I don't think it was zero. You could probably, I don't know, I could probably look it up. Okay. You want me to ask ChatGPT?
No.
OpenAI?
No.
Gemini?
No, nothing like that. No Siri, no.
That'd be an interesting mini. Is talking about.
I wanted to do some more research because I have seen videos of people going to those markets of the Amish, going to buy their food, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" You know, because it's natural. It's not like crap that we
It'll
eat.
taste a little different because I've bought a few things like those chips I bought. Mm-hmm. That it's just organic corn, beef tallow, and sea salt.
Yeah, beef tallow is so good for you.
And that's all the 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
And it tastes different.
Yes.
But I can't eat more than that bag I had. It's not a very big bag. It lasted me 5 days because I can only eat a little bit at a time because you get full.
Yeah.
Because it's real. Mm-hmm. And this bag of Doritos, I'll sit there and eat I would, I don't need more. The entire bag and ingest all those parasites. Because there's nothing there's nothing of substance, and it just creates all sort of bubbling and acid reflux and everything.
Digestive system.
Because it's nothing in there is what the body should be ingesting.
Yeah.
But we just keep buying them, and this is where you're right with this, because you don't necessarily have to go to such an extreme of living on the land, which.
No, those people went. They're like, I'm done, they went.
But what we can do is
little by little you can remove stuff.
Don't buy the things you absolutely don't need. Like, I hate to say it, but my department, what I do, nothing that I sell is what you need. You don't need anything. And you could already, like I said, I've said this before in episodes. You could say, well, you sell bread. There's breads on the wall. What my department sells, nothing is necessary. Nothing. There's so many. The whole candy aisle, you don't need that. The soda aisle, you don't need that. Yeah. You know, even the stuff in the delis and stuff. There's a lot of things you don't need. Don't buy the crap. Don't buy the stuff that you learn to live. Because once you start eating healthy and you crock pot meals and you work on it, live on a budget, you won't need as much food because you're full. I mean, if you take care of your body and supplements, man, get the organically sourced and because I spend a lot of mine.
Yeah.
You know, and find the things like I pump myself full of magnesium and zinc and vitamin D and vitamin and all this stuff. And I have one for my liver and one for my kidneys so they can stay healthy. And I have my stuff for my cardiovascular. And with the fasting routine I did, because I went from like 265 to 248. And it's like, because back where I was I saw one of our videos and I was like, holy crap, I'm round. And it was like, I don't like this. So now it's like a concentrated round instead of a full round. It's a short round. But no, it's like these are little things we can do to where, and you won't spend as much money. I don't know what to tell people to do with money because like, should you save? Because if cash is going away,
it's like are they going to even be able to accept?
Because I was like, I could take all this cash out, put it on my mattress, but I mean, you could maybe do underground. I'm sure there's always going to be underground markets, like Demolition Man, where you could get a rat burger. And there might be cash for that. Yeah. But I think it's going to be more of a barter system if we ever get to that point.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm hanging on my ammunition, because ammunition is going to be a great barter tool.
Yeah.
Come that, and I hope I'm not alive for that level of dystopia.
Right.
Because I don't want to do it. At my age and getting older, no one to leave it to, no one to fight for. I mean, I'm going to be selfish as hell saying this. But I don't care as much because I have nothing to leave. It's like me, my mom, and my sister. Once we're done, that's it. And I get there's 8 billion other people, but they're not going to care about me, most of them. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, let the asteroid hit, let it. I've been guilty of saying, with this AI stuff, let it happen. But
Yeah.
I mean, give me a few more years to have fun with some conventions and build up some memories and get some stuff. Then I'll just sit there because they'll let us stream and stuff because they need to stay home. I'll just eat my spam and stream. And all you people out there with families and kids and stuff and all this stuff that you're not fighting for, you can deal with it because if you've got kids and you've got families, I would be different. I'd be fighting like mad. I'd be fighting back. I'd be, like I said, I would be No King's level fighting.
Yeah.
Saying you are not going to put my kids. You can't do school pictures. You can't.
No.
You can't post pictures of your family or anybody on social media. You have to live basically unless we do like adults can't because we're not as at risk. But
right.
if you've got kids, you can't do anything without putting them at risk.
Yes.
Zero with AI.
Yes.
Like the school and you can't do anything. Anytime you put a post picture of your kid, it can be taken and manipulated and made into something disgusting.
Well, yeah.
The dark web is going to see your kid's face doing these horrible things, and I wouldn't know what to do if I had a kid right now.
Yeah.
I don't. So that's why it's like I see all this and we talk about it. I want to bring awareness.
Yeah.
Like keep them off Roblox, keep them off chat sites.
Yeah, I mean the graduation ceremony. What I just talked about, it shows kids don't go outside as much anymore.
Yeah.
And we've always talked about that. They don't go outside. That's why we would say, go outside, get some sun, touch grass.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
No.
But that's also energetically you ground yourself when you're in nature. You see the sun. That's a vitamin D, and it's like the internet and I have started supplements, but also with all this stuff that we see, you think I haven't thought about different approach on eating things?
Yeah.
Like literally going. I mean, that's why they push whole food diets. Or like, not diet, eat-in style, because the whole foods, it's natural foods.
Yeah.
It's not with fillers, additives, and stuff like that.
It's gonna cost a little bit more, but it's you're gonna eat less.
But yeah,
Trust me, you are.
You eat less, and then, like today, out of nowhere, I was craving tuna, so I ate tuna for lunch.
Yeah.
So it's like funny because like, I think when you research this stuff, you're like. It's like the inner like I don't want to say good person, but like that inner person that's like, do this so we can escape the what's coming.
Yeah.
It's like starts to come out. I think little by little getting rid. For me, I don't have subscriptions of any type of streaming. I did sign up recently for Amazon Prime just because I did it to get faster shipping. You think I'm gonna keep that shit? What I've noticed about that is the same thing you get from Tubi, for free. And I'm just like, this is stupid. Why would anyone pay for this when you... I know there's more things you can get, like Amazon Prime exclusive
the original
movies,
content,
TV series, all that stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't have the fucking time to watch all this stuff. You know what I'm doing? I'm watching you. I know it's going to sound hypocritical, but I'm an adult, not a child in kindergarten. I watch YouTube, and I learn how to do shit. I was watching YouTube on how to fix my old car.
Oh, wow.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of shit that people don't do. There's not that many people I talk to. They're like, oh, I have to go pay a mechanic. Fuck that. I don't make enough money to pay a mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm going to search it first. I Google it. I look at the mechanic forums. Do you think anyone does that? Even Reddit has Substacks or like has different threads where people are talking. And like, hey, is this a scam? I got this text. Like, you can get so much information. Use the web searches to your advantage. But not on stupid shit. Things that you need for everyday life. Like I'm telling you, when I had all my cars, I have fixed something on all my cars. I used to do my oil changes, all that stuff. But that's what this bigger picture is. They want you to be dependent on the technology of like, so you're like, I don't know how to do anything, but you're not using it right.
Yeah.
Go do. I'm telling you, I'm not willing to pay $500 for something of a part that I can buy and do it myself. For much less, like 10% of that.
Yeah.
You know, we don't live in an economy where we can pay mechanics.
Yeah.
And now with the newer cars, I mean, have we not noticed that all the new cars, it's so electronic, hybrid, that shit costs money. People who have electric cars, God bless you, because that battery goes out, you're looking at 10 grand automatically, at least.
Yeah. If the wiring gets shut off, electric goes out, yeah, you're just...
Yeah. So
you can't just put a key in and turn it. You know, there's no option.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, when they talked about how they're gonna do the grid system blackout and now everyone's gonna have electric cars, I'm like, fuck that. I'll have my bike. I have 2 bikes there sitting. If we have to go to riding our bikes again, I don't care. I'll do it.
And I wonder what they'll do with that with the e-bikes, because I saw, like I said, California with their little
the
travel
e-bikes.
tax and stuff like that, to where they're going to start taxing you based on a certain mileage for every. Well, again, we'll never know because the governor's about to leave, and they'll have a new mayor and new governor here soon.
Yeah.
Did you see, real quick before we go? I might mention this again. Spencer Pratt, because he's running for mayor. Do you see that people are like going from all over the country to fly to LA?
Oh yeah, because no voter ID.
I was like, that's brilliant. Use
That's what I'm saying.
Use the system against the system.
That's what I mean by using their antics against them.
No, that side has always been, no, we're gonna take the high road, we're gonna do it fair. No, we gotta stop this high road shit. We're facing an evil that doesn't care. They will cheat to enslave the hell out of us, and we've got to fight back and use every means necessary, every loophole, every way we can cheat. Let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
Because you know what it's gonna do?
Why
It's gonna
not?
make them change the law.
Exactly.
And once the law changes, they can't manipulate the results, and that's back in our hands.
Yeah. And that's where we had. That's why when the guy I saw, or like I read a post that the girl's like, just cut your Wi-Fi, cut this, cut that. Now, yeah, obviously some of us have our jobs where we need the Wi-Fi to work from home, like I do, but at the same time, I'm unplugging that shit because that shit emits frequencies. Why do you think so many people have insomnia? Because they leave their Wi-Fi on, or they're all night streaming, playing video games, all that stuff. It's just, we're becoming robotic. I mean, we see it when we talk about zombies. I'm talking about the zombies that eat your face off, but we are zombies because we're so attached to technology.
The VR will be worse because it's
we go to the bathroom and we're on our phones.
That VR is right into your brainwaves.
Yeah, and who came out with that? Didn't Meta come out with that first?
One of them.
The Quest or whatever it's called. The I don't even know the name of it. I thought it'd be cool because I like video games, but I haven't played video games in years because it's addictive.
I come and go. I'll like play for a while. Like I'll play a game and like really immerse myself for like a month or so, like a few, and then I like right now I haven't touched my console in about 3 months.
Yeah, but not like now it's a career to stream Twitch.
They're athletes now.
Yeah, but it's different. But most importantly, just do what you can. If you feel overwhelmed, take a step back. Go outside. What do I say? Go outside. Be with nature. I'm gonna say this, and I probably shouldn't. My thought process is, if they allow these data centers to go up, and the people are against it, why don't we come together and blow them up? Like, create the damage.
That's why I said Fight Club it.
Yeah. I hope that happens. I really do, because we have the power. We have the power, but I guess we rather yell at each other and be against each other versus the big tech companies. So, anyways, make sure you go outside, get some sun, and touch grass while you still can. Okay, bye!